So if you're thinking about moving to the North Dallas or North Fort Worth area, then this video is for you. We're going to take you on a tour today of a Tri-Pointe home here in the master plan community called Treeline by Hillwood in Denton, Texas. So the planned name for this Tri-Pointe home here in Denton, Texas is Juniper. Let's just get straight to the heart of the home because it's always a favorite. One thing I noticed right off the bat, and maybe you noticed too, is the cabinets are not white. They're not grayish, they're not beige, they're not gray, they're not white. They are this beautiful, rich, very neutral color brown stain cabinet, which we are seeing making a huge comeback. And one thing that a lot of people like about this is it doesn't have any undertones of red, orange, gold, or yellow. So it's going to make this color a lot more timeless than what we used to see with wood back in the day. So beautiful wood cabinets with the light and bright quartz countertops and a nice neutral backsplash as well. I did notice here that they do have these soft close drawers here and doors as well. Gas neighborhood, so you are going to have a gas cooktop. Pretty tall cabinets. They don't go all the way to the ceiling, but they are pretty tall, a lot taller than I need because I can't even reach past the second shelf. You've got a nice deep sink in here. I actually kind of like that this divider doesn't go all the way to the top, so you can still put a pretty big pot in there. And over here, you've got this little pop-up for your phone charger. So that's and a plug on the other side. So it's not in the way and it's not on the side. So your cords aren't going to be hanging down and then someone comes along and pulls it off and gets hurt. So really nice touch there. What I like about this color cabinet over here is you actually notice this really nice built-in space over here because it's just so rich. So you are going to have a good sized buffet over here, perfect for your coffee bar, and then a built-in refrigerator with a built-in oven, microwave, and more storage up here at the top. This is a pretty decent size walk-in pantry or walk-around pantry. So a lot of space in here for storage. You could even add some more shelves up the top if you need it. And this is a 2-story home. It's about 2,850 square feet. It could be either a 4-bedroom with a flex room or a 5-bedroom or 2.5 bath or 3 bath. So in this model, they chose to do 4-bedroom with a flex room and a 2.5 bath. So we'll show you that as we go throughout the house. But you'll notice that the ceilings in the kitchen are going to be lower, which is a really good thing. It keeps it cozy in here. This house is very open and it is very light and bright, but because of the color scheme that they chose, it is very cozy and it feels really good as soon as you walk in. And before we show you the living room, I just want to show you because this is a little bit different setup than what we're used to. Normally, when you come in from the front door, which is right here, you just go straight down and the kitchen's right behind you. But it's a little bit different here. So Brandon, show them where the front door is compared to where we are right now. So you got the front door. Over here is going to be your garage. But you walk through the foyer. Staircase is tucked off to the side. Dining. And then you enter into this beautiful open space of the kitchen and living room. This island is really, really, really big, by the way. Okay, so you've got your kitchen where Brandon is right now, and then this beautiful living room. This is a good size living room. I actually really like this setup. I like the setup because your dining table is over off to the side. And when I say off to the side, it's really off to the side. It actually feels more like a dining room than a breakfast nook. It feels just a little bit more formal, which is really nice. And that allows a lot of space in this living room. You don't have any half walls where the sofa kind of hangs off to the side a little bit. You have a lot of space in here and they've got a lot of good sized furniture as well. You've got a fireplace in here. Now remember, this house starts around $485 base price. With Tri-Pointe Homes, you do get to go to the design center and pick out a lot of your options. So what you see here, this is gonna bring the house up to more around $585, okay? So there are options in this house. So you do have a fireplace, and so of course you would get to pick out your color scheme and what you like as well. Huge fan of this big mantle. And speaking of fireplaces, we have a lot more clients, would you say, Brandon, that prefer a fireplace than don't want one at all. We don't get super cold here for a long time, but they're really, really nice to have, especially in December, January, and February. In fact, it's April, and just the other week, we got down into the 30s again, just the other day.
Or not a freeze, but a
frost. It seems to happen every year. We hit spring, and then we get one more good freeze. Okay, here's another option. If you can do it, go for it. And that is my favorite. I talk about this every time we see them, and that is going to be sliders. Today is actually a very, very nice day outside. And so on a day like today, this would just completely be open all day. It just lets the indoors out and the outdoors in. And so whether you're entertaining or you're just home by yourself, it just is so peaceful to hear nature going on outside. You can smell the grass and everything. It's really nice to have sliders. Okay.
We usually say that to the
We
end,
do
but
usually say that to them. Let's go ahead and go outside. I'm just a big fan of this. This makes me happy, being able to open all that and just step outside. So Tri-Pointe Homes, of course, you're going to get a really nice covered patio. This is a really, really good sized patio, by the way. Big enough to have a smaller table over here and a nice television over here. So during football season, you can watch the Dallas Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl. And now, this is lovely, but we're just going to have to ignore that because it doesn't come with the house and it is not an option, at least as far as the builder goes. It is beautiful, but it's not an option. So yeah, beautiful backyard, plenty of privacy. I like what they did here with the pavers and the stone. I am really glad that every builder in this neighborhood is going to give you a covered patio because it gets really hot here in Texas in the summer and you're going to need it. And that fan up there is going to be a really good idea as well.
It's also really nice right over here on the
right
corner. They've got natural gas for your
grill.
So you don't have to have a propane tank. You just get a natural gas grill, you're good to go.
Yeah, a lot of our clients actually prefer gas as well. So I don't know where you're watching this from. You'll have to tell us in the comments what you think, but you know, it's really popular here. Whenever you are wanting to look at model homes or new construction, make sure you give us a call. It's important to take your realtor with you on the very first visit so that you can be represented by one. We think it's really important to have someone in your corner on your side advocating for you because even with new construction, things can go awry, and so you need someone helping you navigate that whole process. Right now, currently, Tri-Pointe Homes does have some pretty good incentives. Those are going to change from time to time. As a matter of fact, Brandon was saying earlier the importance of getting into a new neighborhood early because you're getting in at their introductory prices, and every phase, in fact, even when a phase isn't finished, every few months they have price increases. But right now on their spec homes, and this is just as the making of this video, they have a rate incentive that's really amazing. And on homes where you're building it from dirt, about $15,000 towards your closing costs, which is a pretty big deal to have your closing costs. Yeah, it is.
You're going to save.
Yeah. So a lot of good incentives going on in this neighborhood. So reach out to us to see what's going on because it does change. So we're here right off the living room into this beautiful, peaceful master bedroom. Once again, they kind of kept with that same neutral color tone here. And what's really cool is they actually put tile on the wall. Which is a really bold move because wallpaper is much easier to change, but they put tile on the wall. It's a good neutral tile. It actually kind of looks like wallpaper. So I have a feeling that's going to be classic style. That's going to stick around for a long time, but always, always do something behind your bed if you can. Really good size room in here. They have this is pushed back just a little bit, enough room for your dresser. So it leaves more room in this space as well. Plenty of windows, king size bed. You've got 2 nightstands. A lot of space in here. I love, love, love the light, even though in Texas, we probably are going to need a fan. Okay, so let's go ahead and come into the bathroom. So another thing I like about the design that they did in this bathroom, which remember you get to choose your tile, is the tile is stacked rather than staggered, and it gives a very clean, somewhat modern look. I like that. So in this model home, they did not put a bathtub, but yes, a bathtub is an option for the master bathroom. We do have several clients that is a deal breaker. They must have one. Tile goes all the way up to the ceiling in here, which is always nice to do. If you can do it, do it. It gives it a much more finished look, and it's just kind of smart to have it go all the way up to the ceiling. And then in this bathroom, I like that you do have double vanities, so everybody gets their own space. Of course, you're going to have a toilet room that will have a door, and then a good size walk-in closet as well. So when we talk about upgrades and design, this is also something that if you wanted, you could do, and that is going to add to the cost of the home. It's a really cool design there. I really like how it goes vertical, and then it switches up to horizontal, especially on a really tall wall like that. That looks really good. But we did talk about this area already. I didn't show it to you very well, but this is the dining area, which is off the side of the kitchen. Like I said, it feels more like a dining room. Would you say it feels more like a dining room than some of the other houses? And I actually really like that. This is just a very cool layout. I'm really liking it. It's not something we've seen before. And then in the front of the house, you're going to have your laundry room. Garage is over here off to the side. And this is the space where it could be a 4th bedroom with a full bath. But in this case, it is a flex room with a half bath off to the side. So now we're in this upstairs space, and I didn't mention earlier, but this floor does flow throughout the home, even up the staircase and upstairs as well, which just gives it a nice clean look. So upstairs you have a second living space. You could make it a game room space, whatever you want to call it. Really nice space up here with these windows bringing in a lot of light in here. This is honestly, this space is pretty large, so you could have like what they've done here is your little poker table or game table area, and then a television with a nice sectional. There are also 3 bedrooms up here, because remember, this house is a 4-bedroom with a flex room or a 5-bedroom house, so you do have 3 bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom, and we'll show you those as well. So Justin is located just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, more north of Fort Worth. Justin is in Northwest ISD. Northwest ISD is an amazing school district that is actually one of the fastest growing school districts here in the North Texas area. The city of Justin itself is a pretty small town. However, there are a lot of amenities that surround it, and I have a feeling that Justin is going to be getting more and more of those amenities as well. But Northwest ISD offers a lot, especially at the high school level. They have what's called academies. They have things like aviation and aerodynamics, biomedical science, cosmetology, early high school college. They have STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, creative media, culinary arts, and hospitality. But then they also have other academies such as construction, site management, construction management, HVAC, plumbing, electrical. They've got a lot to offer our high school students to really just broaden their minds on what their career and what their career field could be. And we think that is really something unique to Northwest ISD that offers as much as they do. If you have more questions about Northwest ISD, definitely reach out to us, because it really is a great school district and it's continuing to grow. So upstairs you do have 1 bathroom that is shared between 3 bedrooms. What I like about what they did here is you do have double sinks, so that's going to be important, especially when you have that many bedrooms upstairs. But the door isn't here because it's a model, but there would be a door here. So at least this can be used while this is being used as well, which is really nice. So Treeline, which is the name of this neighborhood, Treeline by Hillwood. Hillwood is just a developer. It is a master plan community. So master plan community means that it's going to have a lot of things such as pools. This one in particular is going to have a 3-story gaming center for kids, which is totally awesome. They're going to have a book nook. Goodness, what else? Events. They'll probably have weekly
trails,
events, walking trails, a lot of other activities. And we'll post a link to Treeline in the description. And we also have a video all about Treeline. But it is a master plan community, so there's going to be a lot of amenities here, a lot of things to do. It's really beautiful. It's a really cool community to live in. So if this community in particular, Treeline, or any of the other communities we've shown you in this area, are of interest to you, we would love to hop on a Zoom call with you and just get to know you more and what it is that you're looking for. We have an entire video all about this community and what it offers. So make sure you go back and take a look at that one, and we'll see you on the next one.